Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin and the altcoins, of course, that we're gonna see today. A full video for the crypto market, and we're gonna start with Bitcoin. So as you can see, Bitcoin regarding the channeling price position right now is very critical, guys. We are at the top of the base channel. We are at a resistance here, so we gotta be careful. Now, interesting what it might happen over there is if we break this base channel upper line, that means, of course, we might be in something much more impulsive. But if we keep to push downward, again, inside the base channel, we might still be here in a deeper W, X, and a Y. Yeah? So we might still see like kind of a wave Y as a zigzag inside the base channel. And I mentioned this in the latest video that this is a probability, but my problem with it is that a W is already W, X, and Y, and X is also potentially here. Can be, well, A, B, and a C right now after today price. So we're gonna dive in it. It can be an ABC, and you might still have a zigzag. So this probability is still there, guys. And we might see the zigzag unfolding inside the base channel, which is the following scenario. So the following scenario is going to be here as a flat or as a W, X, and a Y here, meaning three ways down, three ways up, A, B, and a C, especially that this base channel is going to play as a resistance over there. Finished wave C, by the way, as an impulse potentially here. And then we push and toward the downside in a zigzag. Yeah, so this might reach, of course, our area required here for wave 2, and we still need the time. So expect kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, something like this. We might reach already the 0.38 with only one wave A, and then having wave B, and then can be even a little bit deeper wave C over there to reach even can be the 44K. Yeah, so it can be simply the 44K as 0.5 Fibonacci level. So this probability is a very optional here, and it might be unfolding inside our base channel. We'll see, guys. Next probability, but for this, we need to break the base channel. We need to break this line. Once we break this line, as you can see, because it is our trend here, once we break it, therefore, we are looking here for a wave B. This wave B might be, of course, in three waves as a zigzag, potentially can be like 1 2 1 2. Then okay, you break the channel, and then you push in a wave 3, and then 4 5 4 5. So this might be a wave A, wave B, and then 1 2 3 4 5 again, not taking the all-time high. This might be a wave B, meaning back to above the 100K at least here we're talking. Then massive wave C again, of course, to reach the 0.38 is a must. Now, another probability that this double 1 2 might transform into a potential wave 3 4 5 4 5, taking the high or not yet, but getting wave B, and then 1 2 3 4 5 taking the all-time high and creating a new all-time high, which it might hit the 150K and the 130K here as an expanding flat wave B and then wave C. Now, many of you will say, okay, we are in the middle of a global war and so on. I mean, look at the price today, guys. Where are we right now regarding the war? Nobody knows. Uncertainty, crazy times, and the price is pushing very, very high. So let's dive inside it. So for the deep bear market, forget about it. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time with it. Basically, for the 1 hour chart here, we are looking, of course, for higher prices today. Very, very interesting price, but it's a question mark again. Like, what is going on here? Because if we are in a wave 2, it's very, very hard to say so, especially that we didn't reach the 0.38. So I would say it's almost, yeah, it's almost like just showing something as a wave B here, which it can be also a potential A, B, and a C, meaning W, X, and a wave Y again. But the problem with it is that this might be then a wave X. But how can I give in a wave X again in a W, X, and a Y And previously, we saw that the wave W is also AWX NOI, which makes it very complicated here to call it something as WX NOI. And also, it makes it complicated at the same time with a very shallow wave too to call something very, very impulsive. So, yeah, it's very, very critical. I would say the market is a little bit insane, guys. It's not the normal what we are looking at. Of course, driven by news again, and also I would say counter attack for the news. Yeah, like um, how to say, like convincing you to be afraid. Yeah, to have a lot of fear that something will, I don't know, explode at a war, and the things might escalate again. And then from the opposite side comes the Wall Street and the waves here, and then pump the market toward the upside while you are just simply afraid. Yeah, and maybe you are selling. So yeah, I mean, this is a problem right now. They use this news to reverse psychology somehow. Yeah. So, but basically, I mean, for me, I'm already looking for higher. That because of the multiple waves here that we have. But what I'm very impressed with it here, it's a point of exclamation here. Like, what the hell is that? Is that called a correction to push for higher after an impulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say here, or ABC, kind of like this is a correction. And it's very shallow in time as well. Yeah, so this is a problem as well. So I don't see yet, guys, something very, very clear, honestly, as bullish. I cannot really say it's a 1-2. It can be a zigzag at the end. Yes, it can unfold the W, X, and Y, and the market doesn't care so much. It can do the X here, and then pushing down. Now, other probability can be, of course, something as a diagonal here unfolding, something like this. Here we go. So as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, this can be possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finishing kind of like a 1, 2, 3, even wave 4 given there. And this is your wave 5. Especially that you look at zigzags. This is much more convincing, I would say. So this is also my highest probability in this case scenario, guys. I don't see something like a massive wave 3, honestly. I see potentially here unfinished wave 5 still extending. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for as highest probability. So I'm gonna push this. Oh my god, the time is passing very, very fast, guys. I know from the label when it becomes very close to the current price. So yeah, the time is passing by. So and no correction given yet. So basically, I was expecting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We dive to the 0.38 minimum target and then pushing towards the upside. Okay. But obviously, that, yeah, the market is simply pumping in a very critical timing, which is supposed to be the fear of global tension again to appear, especially with the economy and the Strait of Hormuz, etc. So yeah, be careful, guys. Reverse psychology again. So this is regarding Bitcoin. Let's see the altcoins, guys. Let's start with Ethereum. So I would say Ethereum also after the motive waves that we might have here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, interesting that we got a 0.38 Fibonacci level here, but this 0.38 is taken somehow, well, a little bit higher. I was considering like, what if it's second 1, 2 here? But actually, we cannot consider it so much anymore. I'm gonna consider this as a wave 4, as an impulse wave 4, which it can be, of course, a probability that you have hit it and you start to push for higher, especially 1 to 1 there and confluence. But why wave 4? I mean, this one, yeah. So as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that means, of course, we might be in a wave 5. That's normal for Ethereum if this is unfolding one more wave 5. So that is fine. Same as expected, I would say. It is accomplishing the counting here as a wave, potentially wave A as well. Can be even a wave A finished here, this scenario as an A, B, and a C. And this is your wave C. Yeah, so it can be a 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5 here as a wave C, meaning an A, B, and a C. And this align again with Bitcoin. Yeah, so be careful with Bitcoin, the W, X, and Y. Remember, the base channel for Bitcoin is very, very close. So if Bitcoin start to drop down, might be the same case, of course, after finishing is this wave 5. Yep, so we gotta be careful with this. In case this happens, well, we are looking then for much lower for Ethereum. It might still be here, looking for something as corrective as a 1, 2, 3. This might be your wave 4 and then wave 5, because before taking the $2,782 here as an invalidation for this wave 1, you might still, of course, push for lower for wave 5. Timing is fine. It's totally fine. Look at this wave 2. It is double timing almost. Yeah, it's the same. So so it's perfect, I would say. Double timing for wave 4. So yeah, wave 5 can unfold still toward the downside, guys. Yep. So this is regarding Ethereum. For Solana, of course, don't forget that you might be in double 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 for NF5. So wave 5 also still possible for bearish. We might still get one more low here, this area, this zone to finish, of course, this large impulse 1, 2, and then wave 3 here, and then wave 4 and a 5. Now again, inside it, as you can see, your wave 4 might be finished over there, which is reflecting a timing here perfect with the wave 2, wave 4, plus alternation. As you can see, very sharp, very aggressive, very shallow, and very sideways. Now, what happens after for Solana is not like Ethereum or Bitcoin. So I would say, like, things start with Bitcoin very, very bullish, very a lot high sentiments for bullish. It's the same for Ethereum. Most of the market is going because towards Bitcoin and Ethereum, because they are much safer right now. And we saw new highs in Bitcoin and Ethereum. We saw this high taken. But with Solana, we cannot say the same. Yeah, we cannot say the same. And also the push toward the upside is very, very slow and not looking very confident like a Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that means your wave 4 might still be finished there. And don't forget that you have a diagonal here, a motive wave downward, 5 waves. And after this, we might still push toward the upside here, but everything might be corrective. Definitely, this is something corrective unfolding, unless again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I doubt it, because already wave 3 longer than wave 1, which is not allowed, reducing the probability for it, but just having this as channeling here. But I think that also this impulse might play a major role there as a 1, 2. So be careful again from the ABC here, and that we drop very massively toward the downside. As a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3 here, then a wave 4 and a 5 to reach, of course, the target area as bearish. Yep. So this is what I'm looking right now for Solana as well. Yeah. So this is Solana for SUI as well. Don't forget, SUI is also not showing so much confidence, same as Bitcoin and Ethereum. It didn't took the high. Very likely we're still in a triangle here, and this triangle might represent your wave 4, which is over there. Yeah. So the blue wave 4 here, 1, 2, and then wave 3, and then wave 4, and then wave 5. That because this double 1, 2 there is 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 for your wave 3. So this, all of it is your wave 3, and then wave 4 and a 5. And obviously, in on the lower time frame, yeah, on the lower time frame, we are very, very sideways and very corrective. I wouldn't say that this looks like something as a diagonal. Wave 5 already longer than wave 3. I mean, without almost, I mean, I think, let me check. Well, yes, it is. It is. Exactly. So it is longer. Yeah, so it took the 1-to-1 fib level. Let me check again. Yes. 100%. Okay, yes, we took it. We took it even more. So definitely it is lower, guy. It is higher than wave 3, and it looks already expanding for me from there. Yeah, so not looking perfect. Don't forget that this is also an impulse, looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC. We drop down, so we gotta be careful again because this is an A, B, C, D, and an E, and then of course we drop the final wave 5 here, that it might trigger the bull run. And so triggering a bull run over there. So very, very interesting. Our target's still there. Here we go. This might be our wave 5 there. Okay, unfolding. So this is regarding SUI, guys. Yeah. So let's see also render. We're gonna see also FET and injective. For render, interesting. Yes, we still unfolding this diagonal. If you remember, I mentioned I don't trust this so much as an impulse somehow. And now we get somehow a kind of like 5 ways down. So we have to be careful from the formation of something very low here to unfold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still, of course, a potential target timing is still required as well. I don't see yet readiness here really to be very, very bullish, I would say. And the impulse there, despite that it looks like impulsive and we didn't invalidate, your wave 5 is not looking great. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. What is the 4, 5? Yeah, so that is a lot of overlapping as well. So something is corrective. I would say this is a W, X, and a Y, and we start an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guys. Okay. So this is what I see because you have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this might align perfectly as an ending diagonal. Yep. So this is regarding render. I would say 1 hour chart. Yeah, this is already, guys. This is already an ABC. I mean, what is the wave 3, right? So what is the 1.618 in case you're bullish? So I would say, yeah, higher probability is for the bearish still, guys, for render. FET, wow, okay. That's very deep for FET. Now, FET, so we, after this triangle, we are in a potential 1, 2, 3 here, wave 4 as a zigzag ABC, wave 4. And then wave 5 might still be unfolding as an expanding diagonal because it's the only way to count here a motive wave as a wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Because I cannot take it double 1, 2, that will be horrible. Okay, so that means, of course, FET is dying. But I think that it's only one leg, the same as for the other coin, meaning expanding diagonal here. Now, it can be. This is a bearish. Now, of course, it is holding up the impulse as a 1, 2, 3 wave 4, and the timing looking perfect. But somehow, do not get how to say, like fooled by this scenario. Yeah? Do not get fooled with it. So be ready, be prepared in case something will show up there to be very, very aggressive toward the downside again. Especially here that things are looking, well, be careful with it. It's looking kind of like diagonal. It's true that it shows you, oh, this is a lot of overlap here. It's corrective, don't worry, right? But now I start to see, if you take it, all of it, I start to see it as something as diagonal, another diagonal, and a potential wave 3 might unfold massively toward the downside. So we gotta be careful with this scenario. Do not get fooled with it. So it can be, how this can be a diagonal. Well, look how ABC for wave 1, wave 2, ABC for wave 3, wave 4, ABC for wave 5, ABC for wave 2. Then the same happens for the diagonal here: 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So 1, 2 even here, 3, 4, and a 5. So that is very tricky. And currently we see impulsive wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, it's a red flag. Okay, so we have to be careful with it, and I'm gonna put those things here as diagonal to be always aware of it, even in the next update, just to remember. There you go. So yeah, this is might be a 1-2-1-2. Wave 3 might be unfolding right now. This might be the wave 1-2 of your wave 3. So we have to be careful, guys. I see something getting closer here and closer to bearish. So here I am. Here I am, guys. I'm here for a reason. In case, of course, I'm not confirming, but just be aware of this scenario. Finally, we're gonna see injective. For injective, we have a 1-2-1-2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then we still have a one more wave 4 and a 5. If you have realized, most of the altcoins that we just analyzed, most of them still required one more leg towards the downside. Yeah, so double 1-2, wave 3 given, wave 4, 5, and then 4 and a 5. So I still see that this is your finished wave 4 already here, and we're unfolding something as a 1-2-3-4-5, a larger diagonal. Don't get fooled again by it, but because this diagonal might transform to something like that. Here we go. Meaning zigzag wave 1, zigzag wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and a C, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. This is how I see it right now. For the bullish, if we are bullish on the 1 hour chart here, it still can be, yes, it still can be, but do not get fooled with it again. So if we are in an expanding diagonal wave 1, A, B, and a C, wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, let's finish wave 3, let's say, which I doubt this wave 5, how it is finished, even not in a diagonal. So here is the first question mark, despite the 2.618, yeah. So this is a question mark wave 5. And what we got after it, let's say it is finished here, ABC as well. What if you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, A, B, or A, B, and a C here, and then pushing toward the downside. So 3 ways up, regular flat, 3 ways down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then pushing downward. So red flag again. We gotta be careful with this. Meaning, new trigger 2.66 for for injective, that it might trigger a bull run, but be careful, of course, to be reanalyzed to see what it might unfold there. We might be in a diagonal first and then pushing for higher, or a W, X, and a wave Y. Yes, can be possible also. Meaning, like in the top here, you might have. Let's go for hours. You might have here something as potential W, X. No, it doesn't work. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It doesn't work. W, X, ABC. Yeah, very rare. I mean, what an ABC, unless this ABC, it is finishing as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is almost the same. But I don't see it like that. I see it much more higher probability double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And it's not necessarily that all the altcoins do the same patterns at the end, but as you can see, most of them still required a new low. Yep, so that was it for the crypto market. A full analysis: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, SUI, Render, FET, and Injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.